So hi guys, it's me David. Today I will do an interview with my friend. Because you know guys, she had been lived in Australia for several years. So I will not introduce her, but I give time for her to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I am Gaura I'm David's friend. I am 16 years old and I lived in Australia for about 3 years more or less. The reason I was there was because my parents, they were doing their masters and their PhD, and after they finished, we came back to Indonesia. Right now I'm in high school.
Okay, so guys, today we will talk about education in Australia. So we start with you already told us that you have been live in Australia for almost 2 years or less more. So I want ask you about the level of education in Australia.
The level of education in Australia is, I wouldn't say significantly different, but there is a difference if you've been there. When I was there, I saw that there were some things that kids learn at a younger age compared to when kids learn that stuff here. For example, when I was 12, I was already learning about fractions, but
Wow.
Kids here at the age of 12, I'm sorry, I meant when I was 9, I was already learning about fractions, but kids here were only learning about them at the age of 10 or 12. And there were a few things that are taught in Indonesia but not taught in Australia. For example, there's this method of long division that I didn't learn in Australia, and I only found out later that it was something you learn in a higher grade because it's considered way more difficult, but the kids in Indonesia were learning them since they were like 9 or 8.
Okay, well, that is so interesting, yeah. And yeah, next, after that, I want to ask about how long the education period of each. I mean, like when kindergarten and.
Usually, the kindergartners are together with the first graders. From my experience in our school, the kindergartners shared a small area in the school grounds along with the first graders, so they would usually have lunch, they would have PE, physical education, and
So they are in one area?
Yes, it's like in here it would be like preschool and elementary school, except they're in one area but separated by a gate or maybe a wall.
Okay, okay. For the last question, do you have a friend or family in Australia right now?
I still have a few friends from when I was in elementary school, and right now I have a best friend who is currently living there because her dad's also doing his PhD, so their whole family is there.
So, did you ever ask her, your friend, about the education after COVID-19 pandemic?
Oh yes, right now her younger brothers who are still in school, they go to school, and if I'm not wrong now, they don't wear masks at school like we do now. They've already got the vaccines, the booster shots and everything, so the kids, they show up at school wearing a normal uniform and they can gather in large numbers in certain places.
So everything under control, okay?
Yes, it's currently under control, but that would only be for Adelaide. I don't know for outside of Adelaide, but currently in Adelaide, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay guys, I think that's all of our talking today. Maybe we will have another interview if you're interested with us. Okay guys, thank you. Bye bye.